All right, time once again for Up Close and Personal here from Tommy Max and on the Horse's Mouth on Buzz TV. A return guest, Dr. Scott Wagner from Eccella Smiles, and he has brought a friend with him. Dr. Scott, welcome back to the show. How are you?
How are you, Tom?
Who do we have here, man? This is a first, by the way, having an animal on the set or at the bar here at Tommy Max. So first for everything.
This is Shadow. He's my therapy dog that comes to my office.
Oh,
and he loves on everybody. He's not a service dog. Some people say, well, am I supposed to touch him?
Right.
No, he's a therapy dog. He's supposed to be loved. He comes up and he goes from operatory to operatory when I'm working on patients and, just tries to make everyone feel at home.
I thought the gas, gets everybody okay. Like knocks them out. They're not feeling, upset or uptight or anything. But people do. They come in.
Yep.
The dentist, that drill, Dr. Scott, can really be, he gets you a little bit. Having a therapy dog does really soothe the nerves. Huh?
That's right. So he comes up and he'll usually say hi to people. He'll put his head in their lap and just wants them to be, he loves it for people just to sit there and rub on his ears and everything else. And I'll be working away and he's just got his head in their lap or just laying down on the floor right in the room. And
does he know when to come in, or do you cue him, or what's the deal?
So he just he's a really good listener. So if I want him out of the room, if I'm doing a really, very technique-sensitive procedure, he is an animal. You don't want to take a chance with an animal.
Right.
But he, most of the time, I'll say, Shadow, come on in, and he'll just hop on in. He is three-legged, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
So he's our three-legged wonder.
Now, how do you lose his leg, if I may ask?
So he was born with a nub, and he's a rescue. So we never saw him as a puppy.
Aww.
But my wife runs the Greater Good Weimaraner Rescue here in Jacksonville.
Okay.
We're actually the 8 southern states. She's the rep. And so we found out about him, and he was from, he's just wants to chill out now.
I think that beer's got to him, Dr.
He had
Scott.
a couple sips of the beer, and now he's like, okay, I'm ready to go to sleep.
That was another first here on this show, having a dog drink out of a horse's mouth glass. Well, how important is it for you and for you to have this for your clients, to say, hey, does it make you more homey? I mean, what's the ultimate goal?
Obviously you want people to feel comfortable, and when you go to the dentist, oftentimes a lot of people hold anxiety and residual things from their own childhood experiences. I mean, dentistry is so different today that things shouldn't hurt. People need to know that they're in control. But even with that knowledge, and if I say, look, I'll stop if anything bothers you, if you're uncomfortable, you just let me know. But even that sometimes isn't enough. Sometimes we use oral sedation, but Shadow coming into the office automatically changes the dynamic, and all of a sudden patients are not thinking about themselves, not thinking about the anxiety that they might have.
Right.
And he'll just kind of read them sometimes. It's that animal intuition, if you will.
Sure.
I mean, he's comfortable right now. He didn't like getting up on these tall chairs.
No.
But right at the beginning, it's like, all right, now, okay, I'm cool. And we gave him a couple sips of beer.
That's right.
And now he's happy. This is how he generally is in the office. He just wants to be up close to people. So that changes that dynamic.
Yeah.
So
well, the mind's a wonderful thing, right?
Yeah,
if you get it focused on something else, you forget about the pain a little bit, right, Don?
Yeah.
So you're a psychologist too. Look at you, all in one. All in one.
We play all sides of it, and we want just people to have a really different kind of experience.
That's great. Well, that's great. Great to have you back on the show.
Man.
And by the way,
it.
Shadow, one of the best dog names in the history of dog names. Homeward Bound, great movie.
Yes.
Shadow's the last dog to come over.
So
always brings a tear to my eye.
funny little story about his name. He was a rescue from Mississippi. And my wife called the original owners. It was an owner surrender situation. And she said to the guy, so what's his name? And the guy said, well, his name's Shadow, because everywhere you go, there he is.
Oh, nice.
And that's how he and I are.
That's great. All right, well, listen, before you go, look into camera number 2 and remind people of where they can find you and Shadow.
You can come visit Shadow. Look us up, EccellaSmiles.com or 904-834-3737.
All right, Dr. Scott, I would
cheers
you, and we will, but... Well, you can turn it around.
Shadow drank out of that. It's all good. Cheers. It's all good.
More to come here from Tommy Max on Buzz TV on the Horse's Mouth.